$1.
All right. Yeah, we're recording now, and yes, I did get Xenoblade for $1 because I'm a champion of the people.
Yeah.
Hang on. I'm trying to set this up so. Oh, you know what? I can put this over here. Nope, that didn't work. All right, we'll just have to bear with it. So, let's see. Tim, are you still? What is this picture of, by the way? I have not been able to discern it.
That is a fighting game character.
Which
It's
one?
the Abominable Snowman from Darkstalkers, isn't it?
Yep.
Ah, Darkstalkers.
Is the abominable snowman wearing a coconut bra, or are those brownies, or what
I
is
think
that?
that's his chest hair.
That's Mantis.
Yeah.
Wow.
What? Okay.
Bodacious
You know what? No
Tacos.
further questions.
Yeah.
No, Your Honor, no further
Yeah.
questions.
Okay, so I think, let's see, whenever, I guess while Tim is transforming, let's take a look.
I might have to restart, so if you're recording, I'll just go with this.
Oh yeah, I already started recording. Do you just want to be a Yeti?
I'll be a Yeti.
All right.
I'll be a Yeti using a Yeti.
Yetis are cool.
They're pretty good. So, let's see here. First thing I want to do is, because let me see if there's any other confirmed to not come out games. I think it's just Kate has one with Breath of the Wild 2.
Nintendo, I believed in you, and now I no longer
That
believe.
was your first
15
mistake.
has not yet been relegated to next year. So
What has not?
16, FS16.
No, not yet.
That's not
it
coming
has
out this year.
it has to be confirmed. So you are DC Project Beige, right? All right.
Sure am, DC Project Beige.
All right. I have removed that from your inventory. If you refresh the page.
Thank you.
So let's go down the list and see how we're doing, and then we'll check in on the future games coming this year. So, JP is unfortunately working again, so he is going to continue, I guess, ghostwriting his draft here. He's one game out, which is Tiny Tina's Wonderlands 78, which is I think a good bit lower than I guess a lot of us expected for that.
Yeah.
Especially because
Okay.
every single person that I've talked to was like, this is way better than Borderlands 3, and Borderlands 3 got an 81. So, like...
People have been harsher than usual. The only game people have been nice to, really, has been Elden Ring.
I think people are being harsher because of Elden Ring.
Yeah, I think games coming out this year are getting judged on being not Elden Ring, despite not needing to be Elden Ring or having any similarities.
No. It's the year of maidens. Everything has to be Elden Ring. If you're not Elden Ring, what are you doing?
Tim
I
and
personally feel like we should have been harsher
Sorry.
on Elden Ring.
I wanted to play the game. Tim and I put it on our wedding registry, but no one got it for us.
It's because it was terrible. They were like, well, we don't
Because
want to
you-
give them that.
Kate, are maidenless.
Oh, shit.
No, we got married about 2 weeks ago. No, we ain't.
Okay, fine.
That's
fine.
fair.
Whatever.
Probably
Like,
the least
give me-
maidenless among us.
Well,
Among
technically
Us?
speaking, if you go by the very archaic definition of maiden, we are maidenless
again.
because you're not a maiden anymore. You're a man.
I'm so glad you had such a special wedding night.
A lot happened.
Okay, so...
We did fight a demon.
Ooh. Okay. So...
I did make my entire wedding guest cry by ending the night with Florence and the Machine Stand By Me.
Oh, you did it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, the one from Final Fantasy? Yeah.
Yeah.
We walked in and out to the Imperial March.
Really? That's very good.
And we danced to a chart-topping hit, Toss a Coin to Your Witcher.
Well, our first
Oh my
dance
God, I
was
love
as
that.
the world falls down, and we had our friend officiate and told her to do the wedding speech.
From Princess
from-
Bride.
Yeah,
Mallet.
And
Wow.
she did not only the full speech like that, but the whole presentation.
That sounds
You
phenomenal.
can take-
Your beloved. Anyway, back to fantasy.
No,
Just-
this is just our wedding
Purple.
podcast now.
No, that's fucking great.
It's a super full slate, but only one game has come out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's still got locked down that unannounced mainline Spyro the Dragon game, which is certainly coming this year.
I
It
like
hasn't
how
even
when we
been
were,
announced yet, still.
when we first did this draft, Nero was like, "What does he know? I need to know
It's
what
like-
he knows. Why did he pick unannounced mainline Spyro?"
No, he
Now
just
it's-
now we know he just chose Chaos.
Yeah.
I
Um,
don't see Stranger Paradise on here. What do you mean?
He's
Yeah.
a bit early. He only
So-
has one free slot left.
Digimon Survive is very certainly not coming out this year, but hasn't been confirmed for next year yet. All they said is like, we'll try to have more information for you later this
We're
year.
doing our best.
What happens, Nira, when something that's been counterpicked and locked gets confirmed for next year? Do they still drop it, or how does that work?
They still get stuck with it. It just is a 0.
Okay.
Yeah.
Totally.
I'm
Okay, so
glad
I've
no one
screwed over.
counterpicked
I've screwed him over.
Yeah. Sonic Frontiers possibly could do well. I mean, I want to believe just
I
like,
think it's coming out, but
I mean, even like if it's like the best Sonic game in 2 decades, it's gonna get like, you know, an 82 or 83. So,
yeah.
which would be good still. I don't know what Nor is.
Neither do I. Hold on.
Hold on, let me see if it pulls up a little thing here. Play with your food. I don't know what this is. Yeah.
New franchise.
Estimated.
Goes against everything I was taught as a child. So I don't know how.
Yeah, do not play with your food. Multiverses, Callisto Protocol. Is Callisto Protocol coming out this year?
I don't think so.
No.
Yeah.
I doubt it.
I doubt that too. And Open Roads also got indefinitely delayed. I wonder if JP's gonna have any games come out this year.
I feel like he's suddenly gonna find himself with a lot of free slots.
Maybe
Yeah.
Ragnarok, but
Ragnarok and then Plague Tale will certainly come out this year.
Yeah.
Somerville, yeah, Somerville will come out and it'll be good. Inside was. It's been so fucking long. Like, Inside came out in 2016. It's 2022 now.
Time isn't real, Nira,
Yeah.
you know.
That's true. All right, so over to Genshin Winpact Productions. Saren, do you want to walk us through your choices
in
here?
The lead, baby. Sure. Well, everything is just kind of going great because while you went straight for like the heavy hitter of the year, I kind of spread out and I got some solid picks, and that is why I am currently. Hold on, wait for it. I'm 8 points ahead of Mr. Elden Ring. So you know what?
Whoa.
I'm very happy with what I picked. Yeah, no, I'm just saying. Everyone was like writing. The second Elden Ring dropped, and Jess happened. Everyone was just writing
And
it off.
Jess
Like, okay,
happened.
Nirav is winning, and Jess happened. I'm gonna keep bringing it up because I love it. And yeah, everyone was like, oh, Nirav's got this, and then here I am kicking Nirav's ass. So I would just like to
We'll see.
put that there for the record. Yeah, we got Horizon, Weird West. Kind of disappointed. I thought it would do a lot better. Nobody seemed to like Weird West.
I am specifically disappointed in it because I was so looking forward to it, and I played like an hour and a half of it, and I kind of hated it. It's, I mean, I get why it got all the scores it did. Like, it just feels, the combat feels so bad, and it's like,
Yeah.
all of the,
I like you said, it felt like they wanted to do more of a regular first person immersive sim, and instead they were like top down because budget.
Yeah, it really felt like there were a lot of budget constraints on this game, and like that. I mean, that'll happen. Like, and to be honest, like I don't know. I'm trying to think about when other instances of AAA developers like leaving their studio and going to make like an indie game on a small budget. Like, how did they do? Usually, did they usually go well? I don't remember.
I don't know any notable ones.
50-50?
Yeah.
I like those odds.
Mm-hmm. But yeah. Anyway, Gran Turismo 7 was a good pick on your part. though.
That was me just going with the meta. Like, I started off doing meta, and then I eventually went pick with my heart, and then pick with my heart betrayed me because Voice of Cards was just average across the board.
How did the first one do?
But I think it got around the same, actually. I just thought, well, you know, I really liked the first one, therefore I wanted to do better than it. So, yeah.
It even had Maiden in the title.
Huh?
It even had Maiden in the title.
Exactly. This is my Elden Ring. All right. But no, I'm still at a solid mix of like playing the meta with obvious heavy hitters and then going with my heart and things I think are cool. Trek to Yomi I'm very excited about because I know. Can I say who's
no. Actually, that was confidential. But now everyone knows.
So nobody's
whatever.
reviewing it. We'll cut that out. It's fine. Anyway, but people are reviewing it somewhere in the world, and it looks fun.
People might have even played about an hour of it yesterday. So.
Now people are just exposing themselves for no reason. I had saved it. It was there. It was clean. And then what else? Battle League, Mario Strikers, very excited. Soul Hack is very excited because I have high hopes pinned on those games.
I think Mario Strikers is going to do really well
Um,
because Next Level Games has not made a bad game ever, and Soul Hackers 2 is going to be very good because I conjured it into existence.
And then I guess just closing thoughts. I'm very proud of the like mild little shit energy that my draft has because one, I stole Weird West from you. Two, I've locked JP into Digimon Survive, and three,
The
Tim
worst
was,
thing
like,
you could be
real
locked
happy
in.
when I didn't get any points on my Chocobo GP, and then it just kept going down and down and down, and I was just celebrating the entire time. So yeah, I've annoyed 3 people in this league
Did you?
with just my draft.
So, did anyone else watch the Digimon like anniversary stream? I did because everyone was like, oh, they're gonna talk about Digimon Survive finally. We'll see it. And what they did was basically like get on their hands and knees like on the TV and like be like, oh, we goofed it so bad, guys, we goofed it, and we had to restart development again. And it's a visual novel now. It's like
What was it supposed to be in the first place?
an open world survival game.
Oh no.
So it is like
no.
it seems like they showed a teaser of it, and it seems like they're trying to do something like 13 Sentinels in a weird way with Digimon.
Oh no.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's
Everyone, play 13 Sentinels Aegis Rim, now available for the
now
Nintendo
available for the
Switch.
Nintendo
Now
Switch.
available for the... Wait, you
I
said
need to play more of it.
I do already have it on the PlayStation, so I need to play it there. But
You should. Easy platinum too.
yeah, and then but anyway, they were like, oh, we have no other information. We will try to get you more information later this year, but who knows?
You will try.
What you're saying is it is being developed with all of the talent and competency that we've come to expect from Digimon.
Sure. I don't know if you guys have played any of the other recent Digimon games, but like I didn't think they're so good.
They're not. Like, all of them are terrible except for,
They
like,
should just-
The original Digimon world was hype back on the PlayStation 1.
Yeah, and then there were several sequels, and do you know how good those were?
Not good. Not as
They
good.
weren't good.
They should just take Kingdom Hearts' tagline right now. Just magic in the making.
Yeah, magic in
Magic
the
in the
making.
making.
No one's ever gonna ask
Trust
any
us,
questions
it'll be
about
great.
where it is because you can just say magic in the making.
Magic in the...
Yeah. Did I tell you guys about? I don't know if you guys were in this conversation about how I created Soul Hackers 2, but like nobody has like talked about this game in years. Okay, and I was on the 3DS eShop where I always am, and I saw that there was like a game from Atlas I'd never heard of, which was Soul Hackers, and I downloaded it and I started playing it, and I played it for like 2 hours that night, and I was like, this is great, and I was telling everybody about it, and then the next day they announced Soul Hackers 2, like completely out of nowhere. This fucking dead franchise hasn't had a game in 10 years.
You did it.
I did it.
Thank you. Thank you for giving me those points.
Yeah, so I think you're in a good place. You got Sifu down there too. That was a good poll.
Yes. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
it
and
looks solid. It looks
Redfall,
solid.
I'm thinking is gonna do well. Probably not as well as Deathloop, and probably better than Weird West. I'm guessing it will land in the middle.
Is Redfall still like likely to come out this year? Because
I think it's still likely to come out this year, but
anything?
they said it was summer, and we haven't seen anything yet, so I'm guessing it's not summer, but I think it'll still be this year.
If I don't see it at Keeley's show, I'm gonna assume it gets delayed.
Yeah, like I'm gonna but the thing is, like, if it's supposed to come out in the summer, like if we don't see it in the next month or something, like it's not coming out in the summer, like, which again, understandable, but like I don't know. I can see that getting pushed to like the fall somewhere. So,
Okay.
yeah, I don't know. I hope that'll be good. I mean, like, I've the idea of doing a co-op 4-person immersive sim sounds extremely complicated to make. So I'm.
It sounds like good idiots play content. That's what it
Yes,
sounds like.
it does sound like that. All right, let's jump over to DC Project Beige. Kate, walk us
so
through
I-
your decisions here.
Yeah, so I recently lost my big title in Breath of the Wild 2, getting delayed to 2023. If dibsing it for next year though, I want it. No one better take it. I have 3 solid games that came out in Legends Arceus, Atelier Sophie 2, and Triangle Strategy, although personally I think Triangle Strategy deserves a much higher review. It's an excellent game.
Can you tell me anything about Atelier Sophie 2? I have no idea what that is.
The Atelier series is it's a long running series where every single game gives you the exact same gameplay loop where you run a a potion making and item crafting atelier. That's it, and there's like 20 games in this series, and they're all exactly the same. So I knew it was an
So
incredible
adventuring, you solve a plot, but you actually are in it for the crafting.
Interesting.
Yeah, so I knew that like anything was a guaranteed 80 because every single game in that series is the same and is only played by a small devoted fan base and reviews well. I love the series, but
Okay,
it's very
fair enough. That's a
Like
good pull
5 of the
then.
10 people personally that play it. No.
Yeah.
Uh,
As for my upcoming picks, I'm more worried about AI the Somnium Files Nirvana Initiative now that it is sharing a release date with Fire Emblem Warriors 3 Hopes. I still think it's going to be a very excellent game. I just worry that it's just going to get no attention.
Really? I'd be worried that Fire Emblem is going to get no attention over this. Like, I don't think people like the Warriors games very much.
So.
Like,
yeah, but Nira, there's been so much hype for the new trailers for 3 Hopes. Like, people are insanely breaking a trailer dropped this week and people are breaking it down like frame by frame and looking for
really?
new content.
Okay, I was under the impression people didn't like the Warriors
is
games. Really, I mean,
I do have the next upcoming Pokemon Gen 9 games, which I was glad that I was able to snag. I believe I have the most remaining slots of anyone, so I think I'm very up in the air right now. I think I've been cautious with my money and cautious with my bids, so I think I still have a chance to do well, but I predict probably staying where I am, like being roughly in the middle of the pack throughout the year with the Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, I think so I checked in on Oxenfree 2 because I love the first game. I love that game. The second one, they did a like in-depth sort of trailer with IGN, like for like, you know, hands-on thing with them in like late February, and they said the game development is like going really well, and like so hopefully I think it'll probably be one of these things that shadow drops at the end of a Nintendo, you know, indie direct.
That wouldn't surprise me at all.
Yeah, that wouldn't be surprising.
Haunted here still has no release date, but Eric Barone has shown off some more work on it, and it is beautiful. Like,
do you think that's this year though? Because he didn't make it sound like it was going to be like this year when he announced it.
I'm not dropping it yet. We'll put it that way.
Okay. Bugsnax.
I'm gonna give him a little more time because the thing with Eric is that he has given people a date and done things months earlier, most notably like Stardew Valley 1.5. He's like, oh, it's going to be like early in or mid 2021, and he dropped it at Christmas 2020. So I'm not dropping it yet. I'll put it to you this way.
As for the Bugsnax DLC, I actually have a friend playing it right now. I am expecting it to score about the same as the base game, just from what I've heard. But
yeah, like again, I bet I went for love over money with pretty much all of my bets, and I think I'm gonna stick with that. I'm sad that Tim snagged 3 Hopes over me because that's the game I'm most.
Is there some like secret
year.
love for Fire Emblem Warriors that I had been like misled about?
No. I love 3 Houses, and I love that we're getting more exploration into the setting, and that my wife Edelgard is finally getting a route that's not going to be significantly shorter than all the other ones.
Yeah, the problems with Fire Emblem Warriors weren't with the Muso format; it was with the unit selection and the anemia of the plot.
Yeah,
and like a lot of Muso spin-offs do well based off like what their main property is. It's not necessarily the Muso spin-off that people have problems with. It's like, I wasn't that interested in the property in the first place. Like Strikers did really well. I'm sure they still do well.
Zelda did really well.
This is more like Age of Calamity or Strikers in that it is set within one Fire Emblem game. It's not a crossover. It is a new story.
Yeah, it is like canonical too, right?
Directly competing with the mobile game dropping at the exact same time.
Yeah, I'm sad Tim snagged that one. That's a get that I would love to have. But yeah, I think I'm gonna wind up solidly in the middle of the pack at the end of the year.
This is a good list, I think.
I need all the help I can get.
Yeah, now let's talk about you, Tim, over at Circle Enox Publishing.
I made a couple of good picks, and then I made a pick that was utterly disastrous. And I think the reason why it was so disastrous is because there was microtransactions in the game, because otherwise it's actually very good.
That and performance.
For things that expire, mind you. Like, they went real hard on being terrible in this game.
Yeah.
I also saw a lot of people talking about the issues with the Switch hardware, though. Like, it just, like, horrible frame rate drops, like, consistently. Yeah. So those probably things combined together, I'm guessing.
Yeah. I mean, I played the free version for a bit. It was completely fine. the whole time I was playing. And I've
Well,
got
once you buy all those cosmetics and put them on your chocobo, it slows down the frame rate.
that must be it.
Puts the choke in chocobo.
But no, I Kirby, I feel was because I've played it. I feel like it got rated lower than it
Yeah,
should.
this score is like too damn low for that game. Like that game is on my top games of all time list, and like Tim, I don't know if you agree with me. That final boss is like in my top 10 final bosses ever.
Which final boss?
The
first final boss?
No.
Or the later final boss.
All right,
the first final boss. Sorry,
Okay.
Before the post game.
Territory.
Okay.
Stop
no,
spoiling
that was an
Kirby.
amazing final boss. The only improvement is the final. Well, because there's the second final boss, and then there's the final boss.
Mm-hmm. There's a
And I played all of them.
We're not okay. So what Tim is saying there, once you roll credits, there is a post game, and then there is another like final boss after that post game.
Yeah, there's a harder version of the final boss.
Yeah. Anyway, so continue on with so defend your Saints Row bit, please.
The Saints Row has consistently done fairly well, and people are kind of hyped for it to come back. Granted, that could bite me in the butt again, but it also seems like, it's just going to be fairly average. I was expecting maybe 75 to 80 on that one.
You got counterpicked by your own
Yeah.
wife.
That game also to me, like, okay, they had the first information on it in like months yesterday, and they dropped a trailer about all the cosmetics that they're gonna have that you can get.
Wait, that sounds cool.
Yeah.
The thing, I mean, if it's in-game purchasable, that's standard, because you can customize your avatar and dress up like stupid shit. So that's a draw for the Saints Row.
Yeah.
Bayonetta 3, I suspect, is just going to be amazing.
Yeah, I'm anticipating that landing between like 85, 88 somewhere. Like,
yeah, no, if that is lower than an 85...
That would be disastrous. Just to recall for everybody, Bayonetta 2 pulled a 92. So, like...
Yeah.
That would be disastrous if it like got that low.
If it pulls, much lower than that, it's literally just proof that this is the year where everybody's
yes,
mad at a game is not Elden Ring.
It is.
And we will just take it off of everybody's thing and
I'll just make a crown for myself and put it on.
Yeah, exactly. Stranger of Paradise got a little lower than I was expecting.
Chaos.
Yeah, no. The thing is, everybody who I've
people seem to like it. Yeah.
Playing it.
No, it seems like a very fun time.
Review super well.
I heard like everything was solid in terms of combat. People were like, oh, the story's absurd, but that was a
That's
highlight.
the point.
Like,
yeah,
that was
like
a strong point.
I think this is going to be a cult classic kind of game.
Yep.
Yeah, I agree with that one. And then so River City Girls and Advance Wars 1 and 2.
Those will both do really well. Like,
yeah,
not question.
Advance Wars when it actually comes out. Have you heard the interesting news that people who pre-ordered it?
Oh yeah, they have access to it. Yeah. Well, because the game is done, and I guess they didn't set something up right, but
they didn't change the flag to say do not let this be available on this date.
Yeah.
So you can't download it, but they didn't change the.
I think you also have to be offline if you want to play it, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Similarly, Metal Slug Tactics. I'm actually looking forward to that. That one looks very interesting. And Metal Slug games have always done very well, and I'm curious to see what a tactics game does. And everybody's hyped for Three Hopes.
That's what we've been hearing.
I don't think we've heard anything more about Stray, but I'm still.
Stray had one gameplay trailer a while ago, like in January.
And that's all it needed, bro. I'm sold.
Yeah, I don't think it needs to go more in depth, really. Yeah.
I'm hoping that it's still on track to come out because we haven't heard much of it.
That feels like a summer boy to me.
Yeah. And then
I really
Spyro
hope
the
you
Dragon.
win your counterpick.
Spyro the I'm gonna be just laughing.
Not the good ending. No, the good ending of this is that the Spyro game does come out and gets like a 95 and destroys him.
Beats Elden Ring.
It's actually called Unannounced Mainline Spyro game.
Ah, yeah, unannounced Spyro game.
Okay, very good. And I don't think it's even really worth looking at the numbers right now, just because we're still so early in the year. But okay, so
Agreed.
Mario Rabbids definitely coming out this year. Feel good about that score. I don't think anyone's really worried about that one. Starfield, I mean, I don't know where it's gonna land, but I anticipate it'll be between 85 and 90 somewhere, in comfortable spot where Fallout 4 was.
Corporate still.
I am.
Nerab just loves jank, bro. He loves his Bethesda jank.
I only like jank
Yeah,
when
just
Todd
like
does
bullet
it, though.
capital.
If other people do it, I'm not interested.
He chose
Do it
money
right.
over love.
Yeah. And hilariously, the current version of Fallout 76 is like by far the least buggy thing Bethesda has ever made. Like it is actually like a completely polished working game, which is insane.
I always
So-
find it. I always find it strange how it used to be like a cute thing that their games always came out buggy, and
Yeah.
then when Fallout 76 came out, that was it. The line.
the line, yeah, they crossed the line.
Well,
Even,
'cause
but
it's
it
an
was
online game, and they were banning people for encountering the bugs.
Yeah.
yeah, that was also a bad thing. That whole everything was bad on the launch. Also, thank you, Todd, for retiring the Bethesda launcher to the graveyard where it belongs.
Yes.
I appreciate it.
I have not used the Bethesda launcher for a Bethesda game in 20 years.
Ice cream?
Is somebody
Ice cream?
next to an ice cream
Nice.
truck?
That's me. That's nice.
No, leave it on, bro.
You have ice cream trucks?
Nostalgia.
Yeah,
That's a banger.
let's go get us some ice cream. That's
All right. Very hot day in the UK.
Splatoon 3, yeah, Splatoon 3 is coming in the summer, I think, and that's going to be a banger. No questions about that one either. Total War
How'd the
War.
last one do?
I think the last one pulled 86, I believe. Yeah, that sounds right.
Ah, you're set.
Yeah. And honestly, I think probably Splatoon 2 for me is a perfect game outside of the fact that you have to use the fucking like insane Nintendo Switch Online app to talk to your friends. Because when it launched, also, by the way, that was the only way that you could group up in a party with your friends. You couldn't do it through the game.
Ooh.
You had to send them a smartphone invite through the app, and if they didn't have the app, it would send them a text message telling them to download the app.
Hey, listen, I have used the Nintendo Switch Online app before, and I kid you not, I've had an easier time like going through customs at the airport.
Yeah,
It's not fun.
it's amazing. It's amazing what you can do with $1, Nintendo. They had $1 to make that app.
Or an American one, because
That was one. They had $1 Canadian to make that app, and that was the best they could do. I have to assume. But yeah, Total War, Warhammer. These games always do really well. People are excited about it. Ghostwire came in lower than I thought, I will say.
Did you enjoy it?
I have not played it yet because I was
okay.
I had to make I came to a crossroads, and the crossroads demon offered me Kirby or Ghostwire, and I took the Kirby route.
You chose wisely.
and you chose correct.
I did. Yeah, I wanted Ghostwire to do better, but like maybe. So the thing is, I looked in The Evil Within 2, which is like widely celebrated and stuff. Like also like only got like a 79 or something.
Yeah.
Like
It's
I
one
think
of my favorite horror games. As
yeah,
well.
people just like I think critics just don't like Tango Gameworks.
Yeah. The first game was like a massive 7.
Yeah,
And
that was
I feel
swimming
like-
in sevens.
Yeah, it was such a 7. Then the second game was like surprisingly good.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, but hopefully that if they add something to that, I don't feel like they're gonna add much to this post-launch. They're probably on the next thing by now, but yeah, I will play this eventually, and I think I will enjoy it, and I think it will be fine.
I
Yes,
think it could come to Plus at one point.
it definitely could, and it'll come to Game Pass next year, obviously too. So,
True.
hooray! So. Xenoblade 3, I did snag for $1. I did this because the high scores of Xenoblade 2, it got like an 81 or an 82, make me realize that there's no correlation between score and quality. And so I have to assume that this franchise has some sort of witch that has, bestowed something upon it. So it will score high regardless. So if this game is good, on top of it, like, wow. Xenoblade.
You couldn't tell, dear viewer.
And-
Nerab didn't like Xenoblade 2.
I didn't enjoy it. The first game actually I do like a lot. I really enjoyed it, and I think the first game pulled like a 90 or something like insane. Yeah, I would. Anyway, like I think this game will do well regardless. It'll be somewhere in the 80s. It's kind of a done deal. It doesn't really matter what it is. Switch Sports, I forgot I had, but I think that'll do well. How do you review this game?
Is it Wii Sports but better? 90.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The thing is, like, we don't see that many like family like party games anymore, like Wii Sports and Rock
Yeah,
Band
that's
and
true.
Just Dance, and this is like the first one in a while, so I feel like it would do well.
Yeah, I saw some
We
people.
got 2 Mario parties, and that was about it.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
at GameStop yesterday because I needed some new Minecraft figurines or whatever, and I actually was getting a gift for somebody, but I overheard somebody.
Somebody.
I overheard some people like asking to say like, oh, I wanted to get the Switch Sports. It's like Wii Sports, right? And they're like, oh, it's like not out yet. That's for pre-order. And she's like, oh man. And I was like, people are hungry, dude. People are
Yeah.
out
There
here.
you go.
They get
It's a sign.
retirement homes,
Look,
like
they,
Just
need,
Dance.
they need their bowling games.
No, it's gonna be like Just Dance. It's gonna be a game that they keep at like hospitals and retirement homes and stuff to
Yeah.
help patients with their mobile dexterity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it'll also do that well. And
Yeah,
I mean,
it's gonna be selling like hotcakes.
yeah,
Regardless.
if I had anybody else in this apartment besides my cat who cannot hold the Joy-Con correctly, then I would definitely buy this. But I don't know that I.
You've tried?
Very
You
personal.
tried to get the cat to hold the Joy-Con?
Yeah, she just keeps like nudging it. Doesn't maybe she prefers Xbox.
No, she wants
You
to
can
use the
sense
Pro
the drift.
controller.
Animutationum definitely came in a lot lower than I anticipated. I played like a closed demo of it last year, and it was like I really liked it. And
Elden
I
Ring.
am legitimately surprised
Elden
that
Ring.
that came in
Bless
at
your
only
face.
a 73. I know I wished that it would be great but do poorly, but I am still surprised.
Elden Ring
Yeah,
got
Tim
it.
did this.
I don't know what to say.
It's the Elden effect.
Valkyrie Elysium was sort of like a knee-jerk reaction. I was like, new game, and I put in like $1 on it, and I don't know.
It moves like Nier. I want it.
Yeah, no. When I was watching this with a bunch of people, and everyone's like, "It's Nier 3." I was like, "It's not." I would know if it was like something would have
would
like
feel
I would have
something in
felt
my
something in
soul.
the universe like if that was happening. Yeah, this looks like a kind of like the art doesn't look very good is the problem.
People keep hating on cell shaded graphics, bro. I think it looks.
I don't hate cell shaded graphics, but I think it looks kind of like low resolution paired with the cell shaded. I don't know.
That's it.
That could definitely look better though. Like it could look better in another trailer later, is what I'm saying. And then I got Return to Monkey Island, which I think will do just fine.
Oh yeah,
Monkey.
provided that it comes out this year.
Yeah,
Will, but
I think it
they
will.
haven't announced an official date.
Yeah. And then of course Elden Ring, Carry Me Home, Elden Ring. Yeah, not a lot to say about that one.
Yeah, what a train wreck.
Valkyrie Elysium is a new Valkyrie Chronicles game, not a new Nier game.
Jess, I'm looking at Jess's thing next to mine. Jess is like the nega near of like picking
Jess
Elden
is
Scorn and then
goes
counter
off
picking
the
Elden Ring.
entire league,
Yeah.
bro. I will hear no arguments.
Jess is Jess is definitely the villain of our fantasy league.
I mean, I do remember we said we weren't going to talk about numbers this early on. In
Oh
the
yeah,
year,
no
so-
problem. Yeah, no. Just looking at Scorn. So yeah, just tell us about Take Another 2 Productions.
Oh, it's going brilliant so far. I do feel
Uh-huh.
like we're becoming like the EA of.
We're sort of the EA of this fantasy league.
Yeah. Oh,
You hate us now, but give us
quite evil
time.
now.
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
Blizzard
Give us
and
time, and
Cyber.
I'm sure you'll hate like 6 companies even more.
The thing is, you've got a lot of really good picks here.
Yeah.
assuming it's not this year.
They just need to come out.
The anti-Elden points just.
Yeah, I
like,
think
It'll
you're the
flatten out
only reason that I
eventually.
wasn't in last place.
I asked the other day, like, I was like, I wonder where Hollow Knight Silksong is, and someone was like, it's in the same bin as Sports Story, stored under somebody's bed. No, they've lost it.
No, it's coming out soon.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
think?
I'm feeling like
I
a
am
change in
actually a
game.
little curious. I want to see how Hollow Knight scored. I'm sure it was high. I just don't actually remember.
Yeah.
Got a 90. Yeah, that makes sense.
There you go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a solid pull. I mean,
Plus
It's
the
one
fact
of my
that it's
favorite
now a
games.
cult classic, like it's going to review well.
Yeah.
Send me
Yeah.
a few people snipe my original choices, by the way. Like, I mean, that's the entire point, but it's just like, okay, crap. There was my first choice, there's my backup choice, and there's my third choice. Crap.
How many of your choices are in Jess's table right now?
1, 2, 3.
Nice.
Oh.
I mean, there's like 3 choices in everybody's.
So-
Like God of War Ragnarok, Wonderlands,
Right.
Horizon.
One thing I will say for Jess's roster, that Cuphead is absolutely coming out this year, and it is
Yeah.
going to absolutely slay. It's going to be
I
extremely
cannot
good.
imagine, like, if Cuphead, the DLC, doesn't review amazingly, what the hell?
Yeah. Actually,
Yeah.
We'll have to find the one guy who can't complete the tutorial again. And,
yeah, what's his, I can't remember what his name is, but anyway,
that guy.
yeah, that guy. I'm just trying to see how Cuphead did now. Cuphead got an 88. So,
Oh, nice.
Jess, what are you most excited for on your roster?
I'm interested to see what happens to Hogwarts Legacy, because I feel like even if it's good, it might get review bombed.
Oh, yeah.
it would
Yeah.
get review bombed by, like, people, probably not by critics, you know?
Yeah. I don't know.
You never know. You never
Yeah.
Yeah,
Look,
you
okay,
never
so
know.
as the resident, like, Harry Potter boy, don't laugh at me. I was on the Quidditch team in both my undergrad and grad school.
You cannot say
You-
don't
you-
laugh at me
you know.
and follow it up with I was on the Quidditch.
The thing is, like, I'm so deep, or I was, like, so deep into this, like, subculture that, like, there's nothing about it that could possibly shame me anymore.
Well, were you in the indoor rules Australian League?
No, I was not in that
No?
one. I was using USQ rules because we're in the
Oh.
United States.
You really should have been using the indoor league rules.
Yeah. Anyway, we did not win the tournaments. So,
I was never really like a massive fan of Harry Potter. I don't know why it's on the list.
so
Concussion
yes.
Quidditch. I got a concussion playing Quidditch.
Was it actually a concussion, or are they just worried you had a concussion?
No, it was absolutely a concussion.
Okay, they
Oh,
confirmed it
jeez.
was a concussion?
J.K. Rowling calls the concussion confirmed.
The keeper
Yeah.
knocked
Yeah.
me out of the way. And my
Okay.
Concussed
So-
game, goddammit.
Let's get this out of the way. I fucking hate J.K. Rowling. I wish she would fall in a
Yeah.
pit and die. I also, like, cannot deny... Huh?
No, she needs to fall in a pit, break her legs, and stay there for quite a while.
Yeah, she can't...
As,
I don't want her to get
We are
out.
Bordering on like demonetization if we're even monetizing.
I'm not threatening her. I am not saying I'm going to do this to her. But if it so happened...
I'm simply floating an idea into the
Find
void.
a mending Bill who has a pit in his backyard.
Yeah. No, like, yeah, and also fuck turfs. But, like, I also, like, cannot deny that Harry Potter has had an extremely large hand in, like, my formation as, like, a person, and that sucks. Like, looking back at the author. Anyway, after watching the state of play on Hogwarts Legacy, like, me and a lot of my other friends who were, like, you know, very into this, like, yeah, this is the game that everybody has wanted for like 20 years. This is it.
Yeah.
Like it
If
looks
I
exactly
travel
like the
back in
thing.
time and tell middle school Kate that this game exists, they would start crying.
Yes, exactly. Like I almost started crying watching the state of play. Yes.
So, quick question. Just because we've done nothing but go on tangents throughout Jess's entire thing, so I'm gonna have one more. Jess, I don't know if you know that this is a thing, but I was shocked when I came here and learned. Right? There are genuinely, unironically, kids who in North America who, upon watching the Harry Potter movies, adopted a British accent for like a solid portion of their lives. Were any
heard
of you
of that.
three? Were any of you three one of those kids?
No, but I know of these people.
Okay.
No.
I've heard
I
of
know
that,
one.
but with like Peppa Pig, I've heard like
No,
American
God,
toddlers
no,
that, like
oh,
getting this
oh.
little little Peppa Pig.
Anytime my
accent.
friends here want to annoy me, they'll just bring up Peppa Pig.
I think the closest thing that we had to that at my school was the people wearing the Naruto headbands around.
I've had.
Yeah, you guys had
that I
weaves
did
before
have
weaves
British
were
accents
cool.
of
That's
Harry
crazy.
Yeah.
No,
I did
I-
impersonations of British actors.
Kate
but
also
it
has a
wasn't
question.
talking a British thing. It was like doing like a line from Red Dwarf, or doing an
I
impersonation.
don't know,
of
Tim.
Cleese.
Everything you say is so obscure to me, man.
Yes,
I
Kate.
don't know.
John
No.
Cleese?
Okay, I know John. Okay.
On top,
Hey, Kate has the talking totem.
I never adopted a British accent because of Harry Potter, but when my very equally white, equally non-British friend and myself went to the Harry Potter world in Osaka, several Japanese children walked up to us thinking we were members of the staff, thinking we would have British accents, and were very disappointed
Oh.
that we were.
Sad.
Yeah,
You
no, that's
should
fair.
have adopted a Welsh one.
I don't know how to do a Welsh accent.
Nobody.
do.
I don't think anyone has ever been to Wales. Is the thing.
Is Wales real? Find out on this episode of our Fantasy Critic Grow.
Yeah, I don't. Okay. Anyway, so just to keep moving through this, you got Jedi Fallen Order 2, which do you think is this year?
Well, I kept on hearing rumors on the social media.
On the social media?
So I thought, yeah, this is.
All right,
Yeah,
Mom.
and I thought this is a very reliable source. I'm going to stick this on Fantasy Critic. But actually, as the year ticks by, I'm starting to think maybe not.
I
feel like you'll get a confirmation of whether or not it's coming this year, like probably around the Keeley showcase. Like he would have that if it's coming.
I just realized there is a game on here I think is going to do well that nobody has picked. Should I bid on it right now?
You can't.
No.
I can't. You're right, because it's Saturday.
Say it out loud, coward. Give us all the jumps.
Yeah. Do it, coward.
Well, I saw that you had the Dark Pictures anthology down there, and I remembered The Quarry is coming out in like 2 months.
So, well, because is it coming out in 2 months?
Yeah, in June. Yeah. Oh, June is in 2 months.
Time is an illusion.
Yeah, well, this is supposed to be coming out this year because basically the Dark Picture anthology has come out systematically like each year, apart from the gap between House of Ashes
this
and
one will. This will come out in the fall sometime, and this is because the Dark Pictures ones are like kind of smaller and they take a lot less work and everything. They're only about 4 or 5 hours each, so.
I've just finished playing all 3 of them, which is why I added this, and I actually preferred them to Until Dawn because of how short they were.
I like how short they are, but like I liked Until Dawn better, but like House of Ashes was really good. I actually really enjoyed that one.
I think my favourite one was Little Hope, just because of the twist at the end. But I don't know. I hope it does well because I like enjoyed them a lot more than I thought I was gonna do.
Did you? How many people did you play with? Because like
played with it was me and my partner. We played them together.
Okay. I feel like I had a lot of fun playing. I had a group of like 6 people to play all these with, and like that's extremely fun to just scream at each other.
Yeah, yeah. We were arguing because we both had Rachel and her husband. I can't remember. We both had either side the couple, and I was on the side that Rachel should not get back together with him, and my partner was like, "No, they should get back together."
I saw that
like, working against each other.
Yeah. So the Quarry is like Until Dawn 2, basically. Like they're kind of doing the same sort of formula with that one, and.
Except this time they have Brenda's song, so it's a 90.
And they won't stop until they get every member of the Sweet Life cast in these games.
Give me the Sprouse
in House of Ashes?
Yeah, actually Tisdale is in House of Ashes. I can totally see Cole Sprouse showing up in the next one.
No, wait, before this week they get the Sprouse twins, they have to have like all the other side characters. I want Mosby and Esteban in a Dark Pictures before we get the Sprouse.
Dark Pictures, no running in my lobby.
Yeah. If they do a haunted hotel thing, oh my god, that would be so good if they could get him in there.
It's literally just a Riverdale tie-in.
No.
I mean,
Is that where we finally get the Jughead's evil twin plot?
Do you guys remember that the actor who plays Mr. Mosby went to jail for like 3 years? Because he was an accomplice in a murder.
Ooh. Someone really was running in the lobby.
Somebody was running in the lobby, yeah.
You're right, Kate. God damn.
God. And then Hellblade 2, do you feel good about that coming this year?
Yeah, well, I feel positive about all the games that I've picked.
Okay, interesting.
Yes, it's like we're not taking any questions, please.
I could see Hellblade 2 maybe coming out this year. However, like Starfield is like their big tentpole Xbox game this year, and I feel like they probably don't want those to overlap too closely.
Would Hellblade be a tentpole though? I don't think they would.
You are probably right. I think it's one of those. It's one of those like critical darling, like maybe a few million sales kind of games. Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Heavenly Sword.
Don't say the words Heavenly Sword when I cannot play that on a modern console. Not in this house.
Heavenly Sword.
I tried to play it on PS Now, and it was absolutely devastating experience streaming it.
You don't still have a PS3 already?
I never had a PS3.
Wow, nerd. I have my PS3 downstairs. Get ready.
Jeez. Gotham Knights is coming out this year, though. Suicide Squad got delayed, yeah? Yes.
Yeah.
How do you feel about these Gotham Knights?
I feel like it's either going to go well or terrible, just because of how well the Batman games. Well, actually, no, it's going to go well because it's on my list, of course. So.
Yeah, exactly. There are no faults here, only W's. I'm excited for Knights though. I think it's also coming out like in October, right? So they're
Yeah.
diving into
Yeah.
like, hey, narrative resonance, thematic resonance. They'll be
No,
fun.
I think it's gonna
It'll be
probably
fun.
do well. All right.
It'll be
Yeah.
fun.
Well, all right. So let's wrap it up. Thank you guys for joining us for this check-in. We got a few things coming up soon. Big Snacks is dropping.
Big snacks.
Big snacks.
We're just not going to talk about Scorn? Okay, never mind.
I was trying to
Let's not even
spare.
talk
Jess has
about
been through
Spawn.
enough.
It's
Like,
gonna go well.
Because I was looking down the list and you're like, okay, trying to wrap up. But Nira, there's a thing.
I don't usually want games to do badly. I would like Scorn to do very badly. I think it looks awful as shit.
Wow.
I feel like it's just because I'm such a massive Alien fan, and we haven't had Alien Isolation 2 that I will now like latch on to anything
Yeah, that's true.
remotely similar.
It's not even like
Hey.
the only connection being that the art is inspired by one of the guys who worked on the movie.
That's enough for me.
Connections are connections, bro.
They are. Okay, so yeah, thank you for joining us. We'll do another check-in probably in like July or something after we've had some time to settle down. Get those summer games out there. Summer Games Fest. Key 3, sorry, excuse me.
Oh, that's good. Damn it, that's good. Why didn't I come up with that? That's really good.
Hold on, I'm summoning. I'm doing a summon.
Persona!
Ellie.
Persona.
Persona!
Now, Persona is something
No.
different. You don't want one of those. You do not want one of those.
Not
Okay,
a first one, a persona.
Okay.
That's Morgana.
I got her. This is my summon. Okay. All right. Well, let's wrap it up. So thank you guys. Please check in again, and we're going to be predicting all the hottest games this year. Video games, we got them. What else do we have? Good.
No, that's about it, bro.
That's probably most of what we do.
Yeah.
Hey, fake video games. Good Games Inc. Don't always.
Yeah, check that out for some real fake video games. Come on down to real
Real
fake
fake.
video games.
Video games.
We should just call it that instead. All right, cool. See you guys.
Bye.
Yeah.
Later.
I